everyone, Summerhill Cinema 700 here, coming at you today with some very cool news regarding the upcoming Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. Basically, I think this news was just announced a couple of days ago or so, and they basically announced that in this box set there is going to be footage from part 2, the unseen uncut footage from Friday the 13th Part 2. Basically, like the extended gore scenes, which they've been trying to hunt down for years, if not decades. And most people figured it was just lost, but they said that it has been found somehow, and we're going to go over that at the end of this video. But to start out, I'm just going to go through all the features because they announced some more. They basically announced a list the other day of the complete special features that we can look forward to in this set, because originally they just announced what they had so far, and they said more to come soon. So we're just going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all the special features in this upcoming box set, but I'm just going to go through the ones that are new to this set, not including the previous ones. Otherwise, the video will just go on too long, because there are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of like special features. It's crazy. So I believe this is a 15-disc set, and I went over pretty much all the special features in the previous video, and now talking about the announcement of this box set. But now that we have more special features, we're going to just go through all the new features again. So disc 1, we get the R-rated theatrical version of Friday the 13th. This is going to feature a new 4K scan of the original camera negative, new international theatrical trailer, new TV spot, radio spots, and a K-radio spot. So those are all the new features on the first disc. Second disc is going to be the original film again, but the uncut version. And this also features a new 4K scan with the original camera negative, new restored original mono track, and that vintage Fangoria magazine article, whatever that is. Disc 3 is going to be Friday the 13th Part 2, which also features a 4K scan of the original camera negative, new restored mono track, new slashed scenes, the long-awaited uncut gore footage, which is probably the best part of this whole set as far as features go, in my opinion, and probably a lot of others. We get a new audio commentary with actress Amy Steele, filmmaker Tommy Hudson, and author Peter M. Brack. We get new audio commentary with actors Russell Todd, Kirsten Baker, Bill Randolph, Lauren Mary Taylor, Stu Charno, and author Peter M. Brackett. We get another new feature is My Life with Ginny, a conversation with actress Amy Steele, moderated by Justin Beam, and the vintage Fangoria magazine article as well. Then in the fourth disc, we get Friday the 13th Part 3, again a 4K scan from the original camera negative for both the 2D and 3D versions of the films, and this is another piece of new recently announced news, is that we got the Blu-ray 3D version of the film. To watch the 3D version, of course, you have to have a 3D capable TV to do that, but I know a lot of you are going to be very excited for that. I don't have a 3D TV myself, but for those who do, who are really expecting that, like huge movie fanatics, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're very excited about that. So yes, it will have a 3D version you can watch if you have a 3D Blu-ray player. And then we get also a new restored mono track. Disc 5 is going to be Friday the 13th Final Chapter, which also has the new 4K scan from the original negative and a restored mono track. Disc 6, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, which is going to have a new restored mono track, new audio commentary with Melaine Kinnaman, Deborah Voorhees, Tiffany Helm, and author Peter M. Brackett. And then a fan audio commentary by filmmakers Adam Green and Joe Lynch. Then for Disc 7, we get Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. We get a new restored stereo track, new audio commentary with Tom Matthews, Vinny Gustafaro, Kenny Noonan, Cynthia Kenya, CJ Graham, and author Peter M. Brackett. Then we get a new fan audio commentary by the same guys who I just mentioned. Disc 8, which is Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. The only thing new in that for special features is a new restored stereo track. Then Disc 9, we have Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which looks like it pretty much just comes with all the previous features. It doesn't have a special scan or anything like that, but of course we get the original artwork, which is very cool. Disc 10, Jason Goes to Hell. We get a new 2K scan of the Inner Positive, and a new introduction by director Adam Marcus. In Disc 11, Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, we get a new 2K scan of the Inner Positive with HD inserts, a new audio commentary with Adam Marcus and author Peter Brack, And we get a new introduction by director Adam Marcus, new The Gates of Hell, an interview with director Adam Marcus. Jason versus Terminator, Adam Marcus on growing up with the Cunninghams, and Uber Jason, an interview with Kane Hodder on playing Jason. Disc 12, Jason X, we get again a new 2K scan of The Inner Positive. New introduction by Kane Hodder, an audio commentary with writer Todd Farmer and Peter Brack again. And Out of Space, the making of Jason X, featuring interviews with tons of people. We get also In Space, No One Can Hear You Scream, an interview with writer Todd Farmer. We get Christy as a Headbanger, an interview with actress Christy Angus. And Jason rebooted, Shaughnessy Cunningham on Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. Disc 13 is Freddy vs. Jason, which looks like it has all the previous special features. Disc 14 is Friday the 13th, 2009. All the previous features, it looks like. And then on disc 15, which is a bonus disc, we get, as far as new features, we get Crystal Lake Confidential, an interview with the producer-director Shaughnessy Cunningham. New Machete Memoirs, an interview with producer-director Steve Miner. Chicago to Connecticut, the early career of Harry Manfredini, an interview with composer Harry Manfredini. The Magic Keyboard, Harry Manfredini on scoring Friday the 13th. Blood Types, an interview with actor Harry Crosby. One Speared, Twice Shy, an interview with actor Bill Randolph. Back to Camp, the locations of Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th Part 2, hosted by Michael Gingold, who's done a lot of, he was, I think, chief editor at Fangoria, but he's done a lot of location videos, like in, he did like the Chud locations in the Arrow video release, which is very cool. Always fun watching those. That'll be very cool to see those locations. I don't think they've done that before in a Friday the 13th release. It Came from the Vaults, an interview with La La Land Records, Matt Verbois and Michael V. Gerald, and composer Harry Manfredini, and Finding Friday on location of the Friday the 13th films. So another location video. And then disc 16, so it's actually a 16-disc set. Another just special features discs. We get, it looks like an interview with Alice Cooper. We get Legends Never Die, Tom McLoughlin at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Life, Death, and Jason Voorhees, an interview with director Tom McLoughlin. The Road to Crystal Lake, an interview with producer Shaughnessy Cunningham. New Faceless Evil, Shaughnessy Cunningham and Jason. And then we get Jason Was Here, Friday the 13th, Part 3, 6 locations, then and now. Another location video, so super exciting. But all the stuff that I listed is just the new features. There's probably like at least double that, if not like 3 or so times more. Other special features that were previously put on. So there's just, it could take me an hour to talk about all the features on here, but I think I covered all the upcoming new features to this set. So even if you have previous releases of these films, you'll definitely want to pick up this set if you're a fan of these movies like I am. So yeah, with that new is probably the most exciting things, of course, would be the Part 3 being in a 3D version. You can watch that if you have that capability on your player. And then probably the most exciting is having that Friday the 13th Part 2 footage. Finally, they found it, and it's going to be included, which is super exciting. So we'll go over that quickly. This is an article that was put up by Bloody Disgusting just a day ago, talking about this. So Friday the 13th Part 2, what to expect from newly unearthed uncut gore footage. So let's see what we have here. It's just talking about the set. Scream Factory has unearthed this long sought after Friday the 13th Grail and will be presenting it on disc for the first time. Though they've cautioned that the footage is sourced from a vintage VHS tape, these deleted clips will surely be the biggest draw for Friday fans who likely never expected to lay eyes on clips long thought to be forever lost. Scream Factory further noted that the extra gore sequences will be presented as a standalone supplement rather than being reintegrated into a final cut of the film. So what will these long excised clips feature anyway? Well, according to Missing Films Authority Lost Media Archive, the theatrical cut of Friday the 13th Part 2 that we all know and love was shorn of 48 seconds of footage, which constituted the following. So there's going to be a bloodier ice pick death for Alice, a longer, more gruesome wire death for Crazy Ralph, bloodier deaths for the police officer by way of the claw hammer, and Scott, who gets his throat slashed in a more explicit manner. An alternate version of Mark's death featuring a brief moment when Jason's machete goes into his face. That's going to be very interesting to see. I sound like a psychopath right now, but definitely going to be very cool to see that for us fans of practical effects. An alternate final shot of Pamela's severed head opening her eyes just before the credits hit. Given that this isn't exactly a gore shot, one wonders if it will be included. Finally, there was a Jeff and Sandra scene, or as Scream Factory put it in a release, that Jeff and Sandra scene, an impalement sequence which finds both characters run through by Jason at once. This graphic footage was cut from the film, even though a still of this gory death made its way into Fangoria and the back cover of an early VHS release. So that's probably going to be the most shocking part to see in this newly found uncut footage. But and apparently there was a scene too. It's like they're explaining here there was a full frontal scene where you could see her breasts, and she wasn't of age at the time. I think she was 17 years old. So they told them you have to cut that out of the film. So it's unlikely that that will be included. You might want it for purists, but you got to admit it's just going to be uncomfortable watching that, knowing that the girl, it was underage at the time. So, so how exactly was this footage unearthed? It says that in a Facebook post by bonus content producer Samuelson Studios, owner Edwin Samuelson recounts the events that led to the discovery of the missing footage. Playing a hunch, Samuelson contacted Friday the 13th Part 2 effects artist Carl Fullerton, who had reportedly showed the uncut footage to fellow FX legend Greg Nicortoro. Indeed, it turned out that Fullerton was in possession of the footage, all saved to a nearly 4-decade-old VHS tape. This revelation was followed by a coordinated effort to retrieve the precious clips, with Samuelson, Friday the 13th Part 2 actor Bill Randolph, Samuelson's co-producer and Crystal Lake Memories author Peter Brack, and Scream Factory's Cliff Macmillan and Jeff Nelson, all lending a hand to shepherd the footage along to its safe transfer to digital. There's far more to the process than that, including the videotape being baked, so make certain to hit that link and check out a pretty fascinating story. So it's just kind of explaining, how they found it. It sounds like it was quite a long process. In addition to this adventure, Samuelson notes that several minutes were originally trimmed from the film, so it's possible that we'll see even more footage than we could hope to expect based on the previous reports. In any case, no matter its condition, the length of the scenes, or the ultimate contents therein, what's certain is that this unearthed footage will be absolutely essential viewing for Friday fans, and is surely the cherry on top of an already exemplary looking set. I don't know about the rest of you, but October 13th can't get here soon enough, and I have to agree with that 100%. It's just such exciting news for us Friday the 13th fans, and just super excited for this. So let me know what you think about the announcement of these special features. Have you pre-ordered the set already? I did back when they first announced it, and yeah, I can't wait for October to be here. Something to look forward to in a year that's been for the most part, quite shit for most of us, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know what you think about this news. Looking forward to this, and can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this. Super excited. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.